And
you must do this every morning, you people in the tribe.
And wait, do the finger thing again. How do you do it again? Okay, this is to bring in the sun. yeah, that's just the source.
And it vibrates the sun all the way down your spine.
And wait, it's called Kundalini or something.
No, it's called the sun.
By the way, thank you for the dress. It's incredible. I love it.
Oh yes, it's very nice on you. Good morning, all. Welcome to Samadhi. We had great swing dancing last night.
Tell us about it.
So we went swing dancing last night, and Robbie and Greg put those 20-year-olds to shame. They were like dance maniacs.
No, well,
I couldn't keep up. I couldn't. But these two were just, they didn't need lessons. We took lessons, but these two were far more advanced.
Oh, wait,
in the
is
beginning.
it because we were standing in the center?
Yeah, they were, and you're supposed to switch partners, and they just stayed together as one, and they weren't listening to the instructor. And of course, I raised my hand and asked a question, and he didn't.
No, but you went straight to the instructor and said...
Oh, yes, I went directly to inside the circles to the instructor as my partner.
Wait, the fact that they do this every Tuesday kills me.
Every Tuesday they do this, and Robbie and Gregory, I'm hoping will do it every Tuesday.
There's no way in heck. No way.
And we had great yoga yesterday morning. Elliot, Greg's daughter, is an excellent yoga instructor, and
yes,
she is going to be following and get certified in that.
Yes.
And
I think it's called Ananda or something.
Yeah,
out in California.
Out in California. She's going to take a school that Greg went to, and I have a feeling that she'll be graduated since she has such great knowledge already.
Get over here.
And here's Greg. So let's take him away.
Yes.
They're in their Hawaiian.
Oh, yeah.
Brought the Hawaii to them.
Yes. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah. We're always having fun.
You're the late one today.
Well, it was a great night last night. Did they tell you about the dancing?
Yeah.
And the dancing, my body feels like it's been run over by a truck.
Well, he's keeping up with the 20-year-olds, and yeah, there he goes.
Wait, do this one.
And if you don't believe it, go to Facebook and look at the videos we posted.
I think at one point I was pulling you close, like bam. Yeah.
Right?
It was hilarious. It was absolutely amazing. We watched the break dancers. We, watched the expert swing dancers. Amazing how they dance.
And Barbara was with us, and she was good. She was great too.
Yes, she was.
And I see is Barbara online. Good morning.
And she has good morning to
Lisa.
Barbara. Good morning to Lisa if you're online. Good morning to our guests with Samadhi Game
didn't
Tribe.
Jamie Lynn say she was
Thank you
gonna
for
pipe
joining
in
us.
today?
I hope so.
And to bring a little bit of the focus of
Yes,
Samadhi Game.
please do.
Today's show is entitled Dance, the main dance. And it kind of jibes in with the idea of Samadhi Game. Games and dancing are kind of the same. And we're dancing this dance of life. Mm-hmm. And we're dancing, and we want to dance it great. We want to dance it with all the passion that we have. And Samadhi Game helps us to focus that passion, helps us to increase the passion, helps us to get in tune with that line of fire that exists down the core of our being. Almost everyone exists. A lot of people have a lot of fun on this planet, but they have fun from this outer perspective rather than from the inner perspective. And there's this core of light that runs down the middle of the body. It's called the Sushumna in the East. It's called the core in the West. And upon that core are the 7 candlesticks, as they say in the Bible, the chakras. And so if we can get ourselves into this inner dance, if we can sort of refocus our energies a little bit in our lives, such that we get this idea of dancing in this light, dancing in the light, dancing in the inner light of our beings, then we can actually accelerate the process of enlightenment, which is constantly taking place for everyone on the planet. But it's kind of happening slow motion. So the cycles are shortened for the elect. And who are the elect? The elect are those that elect to put their attention upon God consciousness. And that's done many different ways, through meditation, through breathing, through dancing in some traditions. It's also done with mantras and the spinning of the consciousness, the spinning of the ideas, the spinning of the prayer wheels in Tibet, the saying of the Tibetan mantras, the reading of the text. So what we have in Samadhi Game, instead of having to read Sanskrit mantras, that you wonder, I wonder what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wonder what's
That's
going on with this mantra,
Yeah, that's when I was doing Buddhism, the book, that you read out of.
Uh-huh.
I asked one of the teachers, I said, what am I saying? What,
And they told you.
Oh, no, actually, the person said,
I don't
he didn't know. He said, I don't know.
Even the teacher.
Yes, the teacher said, nobody's been able to decipher it. And I'm thinking,
Maybe in his group.
am I chanting for world peace or destruction or something? I had to move on to a different teacher, of course.
No, actually, they used to do that to me. In many countries I used to have to go to, they would say, "Here, this is how you say this word," and then I thought I was asking for water, but I really wasn't.
You were asking for fire.
No, I don't know. I was saying some type of foreign phrase that everybody else cracked up when they heard me say it. And it's a few different countries, and I always fall for it. Sorry. I don't learn. I'm like, how do you ask? I just want to have if this and that, like, say this. So you say it, and it's not the right word, and everybody starts laughing.
I thought today, in honor of this difficulty of understanding the mantras that have been given down the millennia in different languages, we would give the Samadhi Game mantras as though we didn't know what the hell they were saying.
Yeah.
let's just pretend as though we have no idea, that we know that what they're saying, and maybe we'll gather some of the grace that you get when you do these ancient Sanskrit mantras without knowing what they're saying. Because that's what happens. Everyone's getting the grace of the energetic of that mantra, but they don't know a damn thing about what it means.
Right.
Usually. And even if they're told, and even if they memorize the meaning of a mantra, usually it escapes them after a week or two or three or
right.
month. Then all of a sudden it's like, what did that mantra mean? What am I saying? And they have to go back and read the meaning again after a certain period of time. And then as they give the mantra in Sanskrit again, it sort of begins to slip away what the meaning is again, and they get caught in the vibrations and the tones, which isn't bad.
Right.
But it's nice to have meaning. And so with Samadhi Game, we'll dance the dance of the mantras. We'll say the words today. We'll dance in the light of the mantras. But just pretend. I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do these mantras without getting an idea of what they mean. But just try to pretend as though you're giving a Sanskrit mantra and you're invoking the syllables, each tone, each cadenced consonant, so that it resonates in your body and opens up the heart, just like an unintelligible Sanskrit mantra does. And see if you can get by without knowing what you're saying, even though you're saying it in English. So come on with us.
Why try? What, to see if what happens?
And
Even
it's
if you're
kind
not...
of a a silly challenge. Is what it is.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, bring on the challenge. Bring it.
So let's see if we can get this sound right. Do we have the sound correct? Yes, we do. O glorious shadowless light of eternity, that
brilliance of I am Samadhi,
shining in the void as 10,000 suns. Remember the consonants, the vowels. Descend, 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 as the tangible substance of loving splendor, dazzling intelligence and palpable power for all to absorb and identify with. As the full and only authority throughout the earth, the boundless treasure house of the universe, and our infinite I am Samadhi, of scintillating fire and dazzling light, that I am. I release the power of mastery without limit now, revealing the self and flooding forth perfect miracles and all activities, bringing to pass the enlightenment of the ages, and letting every being on earth sense and surrender to the intimacy of this light. Everywhere, the fullness of this self expanding is love, wisdom, and joy forever. Now, great songs of praise and gratitude burst forth from the heart of humanity, for that silent splendor poured out to all. Now, pure love flows forth from the heart of the secret love star, drenching the earth with the glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light. Now, the oneness of supreme love, wisdom, and blazing joy overwhelms this whirl of duality in its glowing orb of transmutation, reconciliation, and dominion, making of Terra a smiling sun of everlasting, all-powerful, limitless light, casting no shadow, and in which only that absolute perfection can forever dwell, not understanding a thing we're saying. Now, I am limitless gifts of all good things, anointing the earth with abundance, healing, and happiness for all mankind. O presence of a shadowless light from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of Samadhi, its ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic scent, sublime taste, immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. What are we talking about? I intensify this feeling tone.
Really, I don't know.
Yes, let's see if I can get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I intensify this feeling tone of I am shadowless light, in acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness, surrender, devotion, and adoration, for this state of knowing that, this all-pervading I am Samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination. And then just pretend for a moment that you can't even begin to conceive of this great being who you are, this that has a special name that you just couldn't even remember what it is, this great name of this being who you really are in your deepest heart. And then we'll say it. We'll say it. We'll just pretend that we say it. I, this dancing, living, joyful Gregory Donald Brinkley Ascended Master Extraordinaire.
Go on.
I, Kathleen, this sunlight of rayous joy.
I, Robbie, full of hope.
Full of
Am
hope.
awake.
Am
Am
awake.
awake.
Oh. As is
As is.
the ascended Master Jesus, to this shadowless light, its feeling tone and state of knowing, that I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. And we have a picture of Jesus there, and we could, if you actually downloaded Samadhi Game and had it on your own computer, if you particularly like Muhammad or Buddha or St. Francis or Mother Mary, whoever it is that was really important to you, you could take a picture and just drop it and drag it and drop it right there, and then you'd have the picture of that being there to inspire you. It doesn't have to be that Jesus. This particular picture of Jesus was a picture of Jesus from Ramakrishna, who danced all the time. Ramakrishna is this great yogi, and Ramakrishna was so enthralled with the love of God that he'd get up and he'd sing and he'd dance, put his arms up and dance and sing to the Divine Mother and dance and gesticulate his body everywhere he went.
Like you were doing last night.
Yes, like we were doing last night. Yeah.
Robbie too.
Yeah.
I was just trying. I was trying to keep up.
You did a good job.
He's
That's
got
it.
the energy of Duracell.
And where,
Actually,
does,
it's Energizer, not Duracell.
You're the energized
Yeah,
bunny.
Energizer.
and
bunny.
where does that energy come from? It comes from this core. It comes from this source. So when we get cut off from the source, it's when we get cut off from the core because of the cross currents of the dual human ego, the short circuiting of the dual human ego. You have two currents. You have the Ida and the Pingala. This is real stuff. It's in the East. It's the caduceus that comes up the spine. It goes, and every place it crosses, there's the chakras that are spinning because of the spinning of that light as the energy crosses there and crosses there and crosses there. But they're supposed to be separated, so you get this duality, and it causes a dynamic energy between the two poles. And if that dynamic energy is constantly short-circuiting, then the core, which is down the middle, doesn't get to expand. It has to. It keeps losing its jolt. So by keeping ourselves free of those dual human egoic attachments, we can actually ride the elevator of that core energy up and down. As long as we're attached to yin and yang, we can have yin and yang in great value, but as long as we're attached to it, then we can't ride this core. We get stuck, and we can't go up and down the elevator of consciousness from the bottom of the chakras all the way to the top of the chakras. And that's the mastery that everyone's looking for. This mastery to be able to live in the base of the spine chakra and in the crown chakra all at once, because it's one light from the bottom to the top. So if you're in that one light and you know that light and how that light expresses in each chakra, even the lower chakras, that's heaven on earth. Yeah. Yes. So let's give this mantra here in the Sanskrit and see if we can understand it in English. Just get all the tones out of it, and we'll sing
It's
it.
gonna be hard. Let him sing some of this,
Okay.
because this is words.
Om Namah Shivaya Guruve Sachidananda Murtaye Nishprapanshaya Shantaya Nirarambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Guruve Sachidananda Murtaye Nishprapanshaya Shantaya Nirarambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Guruve Murtaye Nishprapanshaya Shantaya Nirarambaya Tejase. And now, if you were wondering,
What's that saying?
What is
what is that saying? Let's get it up here on the screen so we can read it. I bow to the samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, that is the true teacher. This samadhi that I am takes the form of truth,
consciousness and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always sparkle with the divine luster. I bow to the samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, that is the true teacher. This samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness and bliss.
I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. I bow to the samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, that is the true teacher. This samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. This is the opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. This is a mantra that ensconces about you that light of 10,000 suns that draws out that Sushumna, that core light, into our worlds so that it's protective and initiatory in our lives. So let's go ahead and give this mantra. Sublime I am, samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet compassionate flame, in through and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I Am Samadhi. And we'll do this mantra again. Sublime I Am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet compassionate flame, in, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I Am Samadhi. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. So we've been going now Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is our 5th day of mantras.
Wow.
We've been doing mantras and dancing and
napping
hiking,
and doing art.
Art, eating,
Cooking.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been
Been
awesome.
nice.
It's
Swimming.
been great.
What was the swimming? Oh yeah, we did swimming already.
barbecue,
Yeah.
Behaving like kids.
gardening,
Gardening.
Yeah, watering.
Yeah. Yoga.
yoga.
Enjoying
Yoga.
enjoying the view.
Yeah. It's been actually a really great experience for me.
And so, and we're building a momentum every day. Every mantra that we give, we build a momentum of that mantra sinking into the conscious and the unconscious and the subconscious, and creating a matrix there that even in your waking and in your sleeping state, you have this matrix established within the consciousness, rather than just willy-nilly living life along any pattern whatsoever. We're choosing a pattern. We're choosing a pattern of words and concepts and ideas that put us in attunement or alignment with that divine source, that dance with the main man or woman.
What did they call it last night? The lead and the follow. What did they call it?
Follow. Lead and follow.
Yeah.
Lead and
The
follow.
Lead and follow. So there's this lead and follow. And the lead is coming through all of us from that divine nature within us, and we just have to listen. And there's a certain resistance. They were talking about, remember how they were saying last night, as the follow, what you're responsible for doing is holding so that there's enough tightness in that there's a good amount of resistance in that hold, so that when I move, it's like, or when the lead moves,
You can feel it.
You can feel it.
It's like a horse.
Mm-hmm. It has to be,
If you lean a little bit on the right saddle, it knows to turn right.
I was having a hard time being the follower.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the lead, and some guy asked me to dance, and I said, "Oh, I really don't know how to swing dance." And he goes, "Oh, just follow my lead." And then we were dancing, and he goes, "No, I'm supposed to be
Leading.
I'm supposed to be leading." I said, "Oh, okay, all right, all right, I'll surrender."
Okay.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
I do it too.
In this paradigm that we're moving into, it's not necessarily about a patriarchal domination,
Right.
Where the masculine dominates the feminine, and the feminine moves by the masculine's lead. It's an interesting new world we're living in now, and even though that you can see the convention of it, that how it's established in all of the social functions of our world, including dance. Mm-hmm. Now, it is beautiful. It's beautiful to know that you can play the part of lead and follow. Mm-hmm. And in Samadhi game, even let me take a step back. Even though our paradigm is shifting to one where there's a combination of matriarchy and patriarchy at once, there still is this ability for us to choose to be masculine or feminine in the moment. And that choice helps to create the dynamic attraction between opposites. And so in relationship, you can choose to be dynamically involved in such a way that one is masculine and the other is feminine. Mm-hmm. You can even switch those roles anytime you want. The other can be masculine and the other can be feminine. But as long as you have that dynamic flux between the two, there's going to be dynamism. As soon as we get into a politically correct way of saying it's the new age, everyone has everything now. I have masculine and feminine too, and so you have masculine and feminine too. And because we're all masculine and feminine, there's no polarity anymore. We just are milk toast now. That's a lot of the politically correct thinking out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of the relationships you'll see are, men and women that are really
Aggressive.
No, that are really milk toast. They have consciousness, they have understanding, they have awareness, but in the gaining of that awareness, they lost the dynamic action of creation that is in this world for us to experience. They've lost it, and a lot of these new age relationships are, really boring. Yeah. But it's possible, I think, and I think it's almost required that relationships in this new paradigm be creative. Mm-hmm. And we use our understanding of the masculine and feminine to create. It doesn't just happen willy-nilly, just like enlightenment doesn't happen willy-nilly.
Right.
We use it to create that dynamic action between masculine and feminine so that we have that fire, that we can have that passion. But we hold that passion not in a first stage consciousness of domination and surrender because you want to get what you want.
Right.
Like in the old, I want a car. A woman might say, I want a card, honey. So here's some sex. Or I want this thing. So here, let me kiss you a little bit more. And so they would trade off, this to get that. Mm-hmm. And that is, that's manipulative, and that's not the truth. What we're doing is we're standing in the neutral witness, so we can at all times make wonderful conscious decisions, and we can also have the dynamism of masculine and feminine that draws and attracts.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense.
And a man says, "I'm paying your way, honey. You do what I want." That's a lot of dynamic polarity,
right?
But it's dysfunctional dynamic polarity.
Yeah,
it's dysfunctional.
Yeah.
It's
You do it my way, or you get nothing.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's old school, and it's a lot. It's on the planet. A lot of people live that way.
live that way.
A lot of people live that way. You know, they it's it's unconscious, and it's not very enlightened. And I think it's going to change. I really do.
Yeah, maybe that's why the divorce rate's so high.
Yeah, it is
Right?
changing. It's changing because relationships can't be that way any longer. They have
Right.
to come into awareness. They have to be aware of this neutral witness that can choose masculine and feminine at will, can choose polarities, yin or yang, at will,
Right.
and choose from either the positive or negative of each of those polarities at will, the
Right.
fear or the desire of each of those polarities. So you have the square concepts, the enlightenment with squares, the ESP processing that we've been doing, and in each of those we have 4 quadrants, and in each of those quadrants there's a polarity that we can choose or not choose. So the neutral witness will be the beauty of the new age,
The new age. Yeah.
So
Coming years.
coming years, it's going to happen. I really do. It's happening now. Any suggestions for mantras? Anyone? How about
That one's good.
heartfelt, tangible
Yeah.
samadhi?
Okay, that's good.
Let's give this mantra here. O Great Spirit, O Mighty I Am Samadhi at the center of all creation, radiant with illuminating fire, O heartfelt parent of all sons and sons, pour forth that life-giving power and fan the spark of that divinity on the altar of my heart. Amplify and magnify this spark by the fire breath of the whole I Spirit, into the potent God flame that I am. O the shimmering fountain of life, that I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see within me. I choose this constant cascade of liquid light, actively receiving its shimmering directive radiance, tangibly and powerfully manifest in my experience. I open the innermost temple of love within this evident, ebullient, celestial cosmic fire. I manifest that life and light for our healing and regeneration, letting the breadth, height, fullness, and crown of the solar radiance of the sun behind the sun appear. I stand forth. Revealed in and through me is the neutral witness, that Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Sun conscious awareness. I am the visible, audible, tangible flame of eternal life, breathing the scintillating prana-chi from the source to the root of my being. Liquid rays of light, flooding my chakras, seated upon their lotus thrones of love. Molten gold of enlightenment, shivering its ascension up my spine, crowning my awareness with the diamond rays of attainment. Let's stop for a moment. This is the matrix for the breath, this particular part of this mantra, this breathing, liquid rays, the molten gold, and shivering up the spine. And since we're talking about polarities today, let's engage in the most basic polarity of all, the polarity of breath. So we'll do the saga breath, breathing in. As we breathe in, we breathe down the front side of the body. As we breathe out, then breathe up through the spine, feeling that shiver of the spine. With each in-breath, you feel the body soften. With each exhalation, you feel a little bit of tightness come through the body with a shiver. So it's a combination of masculine and feminine. The in-breath is feminine deity. The exhalation is masculine deity. You can place the tongue at the roof of the mouth, closing the circuit of this mouth, this open cavity at the front of the body, so the current can flow down easier. You can contract the perineum a little bit, getting a little Kegel action there. He's acting like a trampoline at the bottom of the body, so the breath is sent back up the spine. Become aware, just as you sit in the silence, you can become aware of the environment around you. See if you can also become aware of the environment within you. As you breathe in, down the front side of the body, where are there little whirlpools that you can soften and let go? As you breathe out and shiver it up the spine, can you find that path that leads straight up to the top? So just become acutely aware of that inner environment, just like you do the outer environment when you're sitting in silence. You're sitting in silence with this breath. You're pretending this breath is this silence that's scanning through the body and releasing tension and finding the quickest and fastest pathway to the top of the head from the base of the spine. And while you're doing this, see if you can allow the heart to grow. This is like a genie, rubbing the bottle of the genie. Each breath in rubs one half of that heart genie bottle. As you breathe out, the other half is rubbed. So with each breath, you're rubbing the genie of the bottle of the heart. Coaxing that genie out. Remembering the Kegel at the same time. Sometimes that genie will pop out of the heart as an image of a loved one. Maybe it's a child. Sometimes that genie will pop out and look like a sunrise. Or an ocean with crystal clear water. Or a family of happy people. Or a new car. Or a new home. Or a home that's filled with laughter and love. A home becoming an oasis in this wasteland of anger and frustration and fear and doubt that's so prevalent in our land today. Continuing to breathe, tongue at the roof of the mouth. can come back to the mantra. As the white fire beam of my heart, I dynamically emanate and transmit this audible, tangible, fragrant, delectable, and visible substance of living samadhi as creativity and direction. This is the genie. I am a sun in the palace of the shining void, this temple a glistening world of infinite space. The process of my transformations, sounding the melodies, harmonies, and rhythms of the great solar symphony. I am the dazzling flame of life, here and now, because I am nowhere else but everywhere forever. I am Samadhi's palpable joy, tactile glory, and felt perfection of boundless being. I am that, I am that, I am that. I am the genie dancing in the firmament of my being, Gregory Donald Brinkley. I am that I am. I am the genie dancing in the firmament of my being, Gregory Donald Brinkley. I am that I am. I am the genie dancing in the firmament of my being. I am Gregory Donald Brinkley. I am that I am.
An embodiment.
An embodiment. An embodiment. I am oneness lived.
I like that picture.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. Needs to be painted.
Or framed.
Actually,
Yeah. Seriously.
It's beautiful.
it's like Robbie today.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the dress. Yes. Wait,
Now let's get it right here.
Right.
See if I can get.
she's
that.
holding her pet bounty, right?
Let me get
That's
the,
her horn of plenty.
Yeah, there. Now we'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
You have to do it too.
Okay.
An embodiment.
An embodiment. An embodiment.
I am oneness lived. Nice.
I just want to overscore, make the point that each of these mantras is a matrix. And oftentimes, people will pick up a mantra and they'll have one mantra, and that'll be it. They have one mantra. I remember I was given a transcendental meditation mantra, and I used it for about 20 years.
No.
It was, I did. For 20 years, I used one little mantra.
Wow.
What was it?
Shri Aing Nama.
That was it?
Shri Aing Nama.
What does it mean?
Well, Aing is a seed syllable, and they call it a bija mantra in the East. And you have Shreem, Kleem, Aim. There's another one called that goes like this: Aim, Shreem, Kleem. Let's see. Om Aim Reem Shreem Kleem
Come on.
Chamundaye Viche. Om Aim Reem Shreem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aim Reem Shreem. So Shri Aim Nama. So that's one of these bija mantras that I was given when I was 15 years old.
Wow.
15 years old.
And you just said it over and over and over and over and over again?
Yes. Well, 20 minutes a day, I would sit and I would meditate. And I would meditate, and I would take the mantra and start spinning it. And so let it calm my mind and let
Is
it.
that like in Buddhism when they Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo?
It's very similar. I mean, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Each mantra does the same thing, and just keep coming back and spinning it, and you become more and more familiar with it, and you let it go deeper and deeper. But all those years, I never knew what it meant, and I didn't even know what Namah.
Hey, there's Jamie.
Jamie, good morning. Yay, good morning.
Welcome.
Welcome, Jamie. You've been missed. We're grateful you are here.
We started the day talking about mantras, and they have meaning and they don't have meaning, and they have sound and they don't have, whether you know the meaning or not. And we just came back to Shri Aim Nama, this mantra that I was given when I was 15, maybe even 14. I think it might have been 14, to start me off with transcendental meditation with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And I did it faithfully, thinking that if I didn't have to know what it meant, and I didn't even know what Nama meant. Shri, and I didn't even know what Shri meant. Shri, I'm Nama. Great, I bow to you. And it's very close to I am.
Right.
You know, so in a way it was very fitting for me because I came back eventually later in my years to I am mantras. So it's very similar. I'm actually doing the same mantra, and I'm bowing to them, and I'm saying they're very great. Shri I am Nama. Shri I am Nama. Great I am, I bow to you. Great I am, I bow to you. Great I am, I bow to you. Over and over and over. But the I am is so great, how great thou art, that I can say that there are many, many ways of saying that. So in Samadhi Game, instead of just
We've
having...
missed you,
Yeah.
Jamie. We've missed you a lot. Now we've got your energy back. Good.
So instead of just having that one mantra, we have all sorts of mantras, all linked together in a very powerful matrix, and that's what Samadhi Game is.
Yeah.
I always want to come back to that because, I know that it's hard to get this idea across, but Samadhi Game is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
It's extremely effective, and it's extremely fun. It doesn't
It
have
is.
to. It's not. Doesn't have to be a hard road to travel.
No.
But do know this: that as you get on the road of, of Shri, great
Force.
I am, I bow to you, the full force of Samadhi Game, there is changes that take place in our lives, because they take place in our consciousness first. We're shifting our consciousness with each one of these mantras.
It's already done.
And we act as though it's already done. It's already there. And because of that, we're stepping outside of the normal value, the cross currents of the human ego, where most of society lives and is structured. Most of society is structured in the cross currents of the dual human ego. And we're sitting in the neutral witness more and more as we come into the great I am that I bow to. Shri Aim Nama. And so expect that society at large will say, excuse me, what are you doing? Who do you say you are? That's what they said to Jesus. They said, who saith thou art?
Yeah.
And he says, I am he. And they went, crucify him.
You
Crucify him, please.
Goodness gracious.
Because they're saying this. But we're living in the modern age, so we shouldn't have to deal with that kind of physical crucifixion. Right. But there is the residual in consciousness that we're dealing with. We're trying to mop it up for Jesus, because he intended for us to have this consciousness that is available today in Samadhi Game.
Right on.
So let's go ahead and give some more Samadhi Game. We've gone back. We're talking a lot about the dynamism that exists between masculine and feminine, because we began talking about dancing and how to hold and the lead and the follow and all of that. So let's go ahead and talk
Full
about
force, like Jamie says.
Yes, let's talk. Let's give the affirmation prayer of the divine masculine presence and power full force. O sacred masculine essence of my eternal being, Holy One in my core, I am that I am. I am that divine masculinity within me now. I am the will of that Kingari consciousness being done. I am the unchanging awareness of each moment, the natural spaciousness of each instant. On earth that I am, even as I am that in heaven. This sacred, tangible silence, death to my ego, source of my sustenance. This radiant gift of love, heart of my purpose, the Dharma, freely given to all. This shining void of stillness consumes every temptation of duality. This presence of Samadhi dispels all cross-currents of the human ego. I am Transfiguration's total surrender, forgiveness, and reconciliation. I am Resurrection's focus of wisdom and power. I am the absolute cooperation with the inevitable, Ascension's expanding glory of eternal victory. All this freedom, forevermore, I am. Om, peace, amen, I am. Om Shreem Namaha.
Amen.
Pull the fast
You
one.
just pulled the fast one.
Let's go ahead and let's just give now this affirmation and prayer of the Divine Feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. We're weaving the two together. We're creating a dance of energetic, phenomenal energetics as we give these mantras. I am the Divine Feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. And look at that, how powerful. The direct and connected fullness. Didn't she say full force of Divine Feminine? The direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. With me now in the intuition and dance and relations of my heart. Chalicing the hallowed vision, purpose and paradigm of the golden age dawning. Blessed queens of Buddhic, angelic, and Christic realms. Kuan Yin, Green Tara, Holy Mary, O Pallas Athena, Parvati, Sarasvati, Shat Lakshmi, whom I am. And when you give those mantras to those feminine deities, you can feel as though you're in supplication. Even though you know I am it, I am it. This is the full reality. I am this that I am. And but still you can pretend and let the heart go, yes, come to me, Sarasvati. You know, come to me, Jesus, Mother Mary. Magda, Jesus, twin flames. Here are calls for compassion, wholeness, and the manifest oneness in the flesh. And here, now formulate innerly in your heart your intention. What is your intention? Now see and feel as though this intention were already manifest. And now that it's already manifest, and because you can see it, and because you can feel it, mint it, sculpt it, this intention, in this soft gold coin. Pressing your intention into this soft gold coin. And you can have the option to either place this intention, this golden coin, with your intention pressed upon it in your pocket, so that you can feel it. You can actually take your hand and put it in your pocket. Down in there. Pretend that it's in your pocket.
I put it behind this.
Or you could toss it if you want. If you don't want to have it in your pocket today, you can take it and you can toss it. Pretend you're tossing it into the fountain of life.
I'm going to press it right here.
Press it right there. There you go. You can press it right there. So you have this image, strong, something that you can reach back in your pocket in the middle of the day while you're waiting for the grocer to check you out. And you just feel that image and you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
How good that is, how good it is, how good it is. It's already done, already done, already done. And then we continue on. Guide us, intensify our path. The direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace, the manifest experience of healing and truth, and the mastery, liberation, and triumph of enlightenment. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. We called this show Dance, Dance, Dance. Dance, the main dance. This dance between the Ida and the Pingala, the dance between the masculine and feminine of your own being. You know, the lead and the follow. So we can intensify that. In this next mantra we give, nothing's silence, sounding light. It goes back and forth between masculine and feminine archetypical patterns. So if you can follow those patterns and feel this polarity building within you, this creativity, this dynamic energy of Ida and Pingala. In the East, they do a special breath. They call it, I can't remember what they call it at this moment, but they hold one nostril and they breathe in. And then they hold both nostrils, they hold the other nostril and they breathe out. Then they breathe in, alternate nose breathing. And then breathe out. And what they're doing with this is they're feeling the masculine and the feminine, the left and the right, 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 getting more and more subtle and more powerful all the time. So let's go ahead and do the masculine and feminine and see the subtlety, see the archetypes, and set the pattern for the dynamic flow of energy within us, which comes out and manifests itself in this world of form as creativity and healing and art. I am zero, the great yang, the vast silence, the undisturbed stillness, radiating an antakarana of oneness, the sounding of love alone, the essence of life and light, strength, courage, beauty, and perfection. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universe, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universe, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universe, luminous golden white. In this stillness within, existence I am, births to an active great yin radiance, spreading throughout the vastness. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God and man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God and man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God and man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God and man. Louder and louder the great mother I am, muses, inspires, hums and sings songs of new life, a glad music of my heart. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. Born now anew, I receive and I accept this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Son, conscious awareness. Seven altars sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am come complete. Seven altars sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am come complete. Seven altars sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am come complete. Seven altars sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am come complete. And these mantras, these little ones that we sing, become little ditties
That you can remember.
that you can remember and you can say over and over again. And
sing them.
See what Jamie said on the last, that her intention is to not only love others, but to take care of herself as well.
Right
That's
on.
true.
very beautiful. And we have Emerson. Emerson one joining us. Hello, Emerson.
How are you? Good morning.
Welcome to Samadhi Game Tribe.
Welcome.
We've been talking today about dancing, about the polarity, about mantras, about giving mantras in an English form so that you can actually get meaning out of them, about the great I am, about the affirmation of being and following that affirmation with qualification, whether it be masculine or feminine. This last mantra, a qualification of archetypes, both masculine and feminine, woven together. And Samadhi Game allows us to have this matrix so that we can have this structure that we can hang our enlightenment upon. Otherwise, enlightenment becomes sort of an iffy game. Are you going to get it or are you not? With Samadhi Game, we say, we're getting it. I affirm it. This is who I am. There's no doubt about it. I am ascending in this life to an enlightened state such as the Buddha, the Christ, the great angels and beings and Elohim, masters and devas of the great etheric realms all live in. I too will live there, here on earth. And not am I waiting for that? Am I going to wait for that to happen?
No.
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 Because we're living it now. When?
Now.
Now.
Now is
When?
Wednesday.
Now. Now is Wednesday.
live in the now.
Yep.
You know,
Always
a lot.
live in the now.
This is great teaching that is, really very available all over the planet today. There's a lot of enlightened teachers out there that are really giving us great instruction. And I find that it's really necessary to have a structured practice. And oftentimes we find that meditative practices are difficult to adhere to. So take up Samadhi Game, read the words, and as you read the words, you establish a seat, a structure, a matrix in which the meditative bliss can flow, and in which the meditative bliss can flow even in your active state. The idea of Samadhi Game is as much a tantra. It's a yogic tantra, which brings this enlightenment into the physical octave. It's a little bit more dynamic than simple meditation. Simple silent meditation has the effect of allowing us to escape, really, from the tantra. We escape into this great, almost all of us, you can let's do it for a second, just closing our eyes, feeling that silence, how good it is. The soul wants this. The soul wants this beauty. And then we say, on earth as it is in heaven. With every mantra that we give with Samadhi Game, on earth, in my being now, in my world now, as it is in heaven. Now let's go ahead and affirm that again here. The radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, encircle me now, encircle me now, encircle me now. I am this loving splendor encircling me now. I am this living prana chi encircling me now. I am this liquid crystal fire encircling me now. I am this samadhi encircling me now. This I radiate, radiate, radiate. As the active intelligence of powerful, conscious volition that I am. I govern this exhaustless energy and precipitate all things into form. Of those who come under the radiation of this, my radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including Emerson, Jamie, Robbie, Kathleen, myself, all of the members of the Samadhi Game tribe, all of those who will watch this archived version in the future, anyone who hears this, who engages in Samadhi Game tribe, all of the community and all those who come to Primera Agua Healing and Enlightenment for our sessions here, then continuing on at Sunny Mellow, I ignite and I expand the illuminating center within their bodies, emotions, and minds into that active, perfect, and eternal garment of enlightenment. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, that I am. Instantly bring healing to and make art of all dual human ego in my world. Opening wide the door of my heart to the ineffable, divine, and present existence and expression and expansion. I am the wide open door of my heart, flooding forth the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, the enchanting essence of my electronic body, and I am Samadhi. I balance, blaze, and dazzle the threefold activity of my heart's Samadhi. Ennobling love, wisdom, and power encircles me, now and forever, bringing healing to and making art of every dual human ego activity, freeing me to leap into divine union with the source of these, the shining three. I am the mighty, magic, electromagnetic circle of an invincible liquid love light and life substance, instantly transmuting and harmonizing, healing and making art of every discordance or distraction which seeks to enter or intrude itself, masquerading as the I am me. I am the self-sustaining perfection of my world, enfolded in the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. The Samadhi that I am, I remain. Vanish the veils of light and shade. I abide in the shining truth of divine law and the justice of eternity. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions inner and outer. And just to mention, as we give these mantras together, wherever we are on the planet, we are creating a holographic resonance. So just as when we sit here together and I say Om, and you say Om, or we say I am, and you say I am, all at the same time, we can feel the harmonies binding us together. Likewise, this is transcending time and space. Wherever you are, we are one together now. And as we give these mantras and sound these words together, these resonances are cutting across the entire planet and shifting consciousness, not only within ourselves, but within others that are privy to seeing and feeling this light changing. We're changing dimensions. We're changing the actual dimension of consciousness on the planet as a whole. This is cosmic work. This is planetary work. This is the work of the avatars of the ages. And you are them.
Yes.
Let's give the Om.
Okay.
Continuing. I am commanding all therapies within this, the inner magic of my radiant circle of healing love, to be revealed with the art of life and liquid white light of Samadhi, the all-pervading, serene, and harmonizing bliss. I just have to let everyone know I didn't restart my computer this morning, and when I don't restart the computer, the scroll, I've noticed over,
It's slow.
It's slow. The scroll goes slow, and if I push it too fast, it'll go so far that I lose it altogether. So I apologize for being slow or going past the image where we're reading, but I'll get back. I'll get us back.
Yeah.
What's our plan today? Today at
What are we doing?
Samadhi Game, we have the
Yoga.
coming together. Elliot Marie Brinkley, my 16-year-old daughter, is an excellent yogini.
Oh,
and she's
she is
coming
so
here.
good.
She's coming here to teach us all what she knows about yoga. We're going to do yoga
Definitely
on the.
father's daughter. I mean, she's so advanced in her yoga instruction, and she's gonna go. She's gonna be really good.
I just can't help but beam every time she gives us instruction.
Yeah.
And her little face, when she does this, where she breathes. Okay, breathe in. She goes, breathe in.
Yeah.
And then she's out in the sunshine. Just visualize this. You see her long blonde hair.
Yeah.
She breathes in. She puts her head back, and she puts her head up to the sunshine. Mm-hmm. In the sun, and then breathe out.
Yeah.
Breathe in. In the sunshine, and when I look at her and I see her little cute, beautiful face, absorbing that sunshine, my heart just goes,
I know, and you know what makes her?
Yeah,
it
really,
makes her
really
such
amazing.
a good instructor. Is she works. What am I trying to say? She's a great instructor
she
because
has sensitivity to the people that are in the class.
she gives. She attunes to each person's needs or physical elements, like my shoulder, and that's what makes a good instructor. And she's her father's daughter, I'm telling you. Really,
She looks like her stepmother.
yes, she does, huh? Yes,
She does.
That is kind of funny, right?
she does. And
Just do this. Do this, Robbie. Go like this. All the way up. That's it.
that's it.
That's
That's
what I'm saying.
Elliot. Yep.
That's what she looks like.
That's Elliot.
Very beautiful.
I'm missing one.
What we're doing is we're doing
Eve.
yoga.
Hi, y'all. Hi, Eve.
Hi, Eve. Hey, Eve.
Where do we see Eve?
Where are you
Right
from, Eve?
It's Eve Williams.
Oh, Eve.
Oh,
Williams.
hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
on.
wonderful, wonderful. Thank you
Right
for
on.
taking the invitation and coming and joining us.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? The yoga that we're doing. I just wanted to emphasize that we're doing yoga.
Yeah,
there's all-
I'm really hurting right here from downward dog.
Well, and all that dancing.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the dancing more than
I
the
mean-
downward dog. If you haven't seen the video, go to the video, and then you'll understand why we were wiped out this morning.
Yeah.
And by the way, that was a short one.
It was one of the...
Yeah, that's a short one.
Yeah, it was.
I took a lot of video of these two dancing. I mean,
We danced from 7:30
Oh,
to
that's
10
rude.
o'clock.
That's why my
it was
that's why my
7:30
shoulder
to what-
hurts.
How long?
10.
Till
10.
10.
Yeah, and they didn't stop.
And because he
Oh,
was
well,
whipping
actually,
me like
they
wham.
had, I brought a couple of waters to them. They did give a maybe.
I'm
you
surprised.
guys were like 10-minute break.
I think-
and you're
I think
out there getting it on.
They were
with
cutting
them.
us off from the water. Whatever
literally,
it is.
literally,
Oh, my
my clothing was drenched.
You were
Yeah.
so wet.
I was wet.
Oh, and you were so great. And he danced with this elderly
Lady.
woman.
She must
and
have
then
been 80.
80 something, and she had
kept
the
up.
moves. She kept
She was
up
great.
With,
I was
Greg.
it actually was one of the high points of my night.
I have it all on video.
She taught me so much about masculine, feminine, follow, lead. Different moves to make. It was really lovely.
You're gonna post that one.
Yes,
I have
will.
that. Yeah, we have it here. I'll post it.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do too, we're talking about yoga and dance, and one of the things with yoga I wanted to emphasize with Samadhi Game is there's all sorts of kinds of yoga. We have, hatha yoga where you move. There's
Ashtanga.
bhakti yoga, which is the yoga of devotion.
Ashtanga.
There's yoga of the jnana yoga, which is the yoga of the mind.
What's it, am
and
I saying it right? Ashtanga?
Ashtanga yoga,
yeah.
which I don't even know what it means.
It's the vinyasas. It
Okay.
just means salute the sun, salutation.
Yeah, different movements to the sun.
Oh, yeah.
There's different kinds of yoga, and the yoga means to bind to become union with, and it's the tantra, this integration with spirit, with matter, and the idea of Samadhi Game is that it is a yoga. It's a balanced yoga of mind, where we use concepts and ideas, but also of the heart, and we also use the body. We use the sounding of the voice. Mm-hmm. So it's a combination of all this bhakti, the jnana, the hatha yoga, all at once. We're doing this. We're even how we sit, how we deliver the mantras. So it's a yoga. I want you to be aware, and some people are frightened because it's a combination of affirmations, and people say, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing? What are they saying?" But it is culturing the mind in such a way, the body and the heart in such a way that we can actually lift it up, and it gets lifted towards that divinity that we know ourselves to be at core. I am that I am, saith Moses in the cave. Saith the burning bush in the heart
true.
of Moses.
Yeah.
The burning bush was not sitting there outside of Moses, burning in front of him and speaking to him like it's depicted in all the movies.
How do you know? Were you there?
I know.
Oh, God.
I know.
He's Gregory Brinkley.
He went into this cave and he sat there and he felt, all of a sudden his heart went,
His bush was burning.
"Who should I say thou art? Who should I say thou art, O great burning bush in my heart?" And the burning bush responds, and he thinks about it, and he says, "The only thing I can say is I am that I am. That's it. It's I am that I am.
Yeah.
I am that I am."
I am.
So that is the yoga of Samadhi Game. Let's give a little bit more, and then we'll stop. We'll stop and say hi to Elliot.
Hi,
Marie
Elliot.
Brinkley, yoga teacher
Our
extraordinaire,
instructor
has arrived. So we are going to get ready for our yogis.
I look forward to everyday instruction from Elliot,
Mm-hmm.
and every day with you and Robbie here at Sunny Mellow.
We'll give Samadhi's
It is
I
sunny.
am
Did you hear
memory
when
and
Elliot
momentum.
came in? The birds were singing.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
just heard that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is called Samadhi's I am memory and momentum, the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction. So let's give this mantra and feel that momentum building as we've now in day 5 of the 8 days of Samadhi. Yes, 8 days of Samadhi retreat. We're going to continue on day 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to build that momentum until it begins to melt the consciousness and create an opening for divinity within us and miracles in our lives. So come on.
Okay.
From billowing clouds in the spotless sky of the tangible I am Samadhi that I am, comes now a downpour of the memory and momentum of the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, a drenching of mastery and dominion here and now, rivulets of wise thinking, lovely feelings, and powerful activity. Converging is the eternal sweep of the sacred Ganga, the memory and momentum of love, wisdom, and power, flooding forth like a million Niagara Falls, ceaselessly descending into and around all my thoughts, feelings, and activities, including our yoga today and our lunch with Robbie and our art classes and our swimming and our evening at San Diego's, watching the sunset from
And
San
then
Diego's,
movie.
and then a movie and popcorn
We
later
watch
tonight.
What About Bob?
What about Bob, a hilarious
For some
movie.
laughter. Yeah.
And so we'll do laughter yoga then.
Yeah.
Feelings and activities, including all these things. And as you name these things, they're put into the hopper, into this matrix of perfection, which is the Samadhi Game Manifesto. And it becomes more and more empowered, continuing on, to harmonize and perfect them now. As Christos, as Krishna, as Buddha, as Allah, as Pharaoh, as monarch, as the Divine Mother Father, as the Sun conscious neutral witness awareness, I enter this golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, here and now, bathing in the streaming memory and momentum of love, life, and light. I take command of all thoughts, feelings, and actions below the highlands of superconscious living and awareness. Let me get this to move.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Lo, I am become the sea of mirth itself. Lo, I am become the sea of mirth itself. Lo, I am become the sea of mirth itself. Oh, loving I am Samadhi, that I am.
Richard Harris?
Oh, Ganesha, oh, great divine director and the great karmic board, that I am. I invoke your memory and momentum of sustained enlightenment and divine direction. I am thy guidance now. I am the courage and strength that acts. And in my teaching, my purpose, let me get this up here on the screen. Women, okay, the women with me. Purpose, focus, freedom, I hold my scepter at the ready, power today. From the joyous I am Samadhi that I am. I descend to the whirlwind radiance of the Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, monarch, divine Mother Father, Sun conscious awareness. I envelop my four-lower body with the unbroken thrill of that neutral witness and unique sexual essence. And I stand guard over my entire consciousness, being and world, 24/7. O eternal I am Samadhi, beyond all imagination of expectancy. I charge my physical, emotional, mental, and etheric bodies with that memory and momentum of full conscious realization, as I issue the following command to all the polarized human creation and ego etched in my pranas, chakras, and meridians, and those of the entire planetary body. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the vital light of Samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the vital light of Samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the vital light of Samadhi. I let the instantaneous release of this self-luminous, infinitely intelligent light substance issue forth without limit from the immortal Samadhi, that I remember I am, and I charge these pranas, chakras, and meridians, thoughts and feelings, activities and environment, with the victorious memory and momentum of the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, such that all polarized human creation and ego is instantly transmuted and transfigured into refined and perfected states of awareness, action, and physicality. Allowing the matrix of these words to take form in our consciousness now. Om, believing in the miracles that can happen in our lives now. Om. blessing and loving each other on this broadcast as we can do now. Om, creating the antakarana of light that is establishing and changing the consciousness on the planet, because each one of us is the power of one now. Om, peace. Amen. And so every day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning only, we're going to be giving these Samadhi Game mantras. And we're going to come back and do some more ESP processing. Maybe we can get to just a short session of ESP this afternoon. Okay. We have massage to do today. We're gonna do group massage. So we get one person down and 2 or 3 people working on them. Maybe we can get Elliot on that too. I'd like to get Elliot some workout. Maybe we can do that right after yoga. I think that'd be really good.
All 3 of us will do Elliot.
All 3 will get Elliot, and all 3 will get Robbie, and all 3 will get Kathleen.
You 2. I'm good.
No. We all get it. I want to get on the table too.
You're the one that we're doing.
No. You're the one, and you're the one, and you're the one. You're the one. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jamie Lynn. We'll see you tomorrow. And Eve. Thank you for joining us and all the other guests.
Thanks.
Out there.
Yes, and
day.
Blessed day, and enjoy the music as we tune out of Samadhi Game for the day, and we'll see you tomorrow or this afternoon for more ESP processing.
Yes.